Coming up in this video. Has your heart stopped? No need for a defibrillator, because these 30 scary videos will make your heart race. Number 30. Cloud of Birds. Alfred Hitchcock has nothing on this real-life horror show. Published by ARY News and the Daily Mail in February of 2022, this scary video went viral on social media after its mysterious occurrence in Mexico. Blackbirds were captured on camera taking flight when suddenly hundreds lost their lives and dropped out of the sky, falling back to Earth. While it's appalling to watch, it also has me questioning what happened. The phenomenon prompted an investigation into the bird's sudden passing. A local veterinarian theorized that the flock of birds was either electrocuted by overloaded power lines or inhaled toxic fumes. While less qualified than the veterinarian, some commenters think the event is a sign of much worse to come. But it isn't the first time that a mysterious event has occurred with bird flocks. Back in 2021, over 291 birds were collected around the World Trade Center. They are believed to have passed away from building collisions, which doesn't seem to be the case with this flock. So what happened here? Do you have a theory? This video certainly left me stumped. Number 29. Taken. In major cities, walking alone at night can put a target on your back. That's what happened to this poor woman. Published by WTAE Pittsburgh Action News 4. The terrifying video shows an attempted abduction that occurred around midnight in New Orleans. The scary footage shows a black car pulling to a stop on the road. A moment later, you see a woman enter the frame, walking on the sidewalk nearby. The passenger side doors burst open, and two men jump out of a vehicle. They grab at the woman, attempting to push her inside their car. She is seen struggling, trying to prevent them from accomplishing that, and in the end she succeeds. Upon seeing approaching headlights, the men leap back into the car and drive off, while the woman stands for a moment in the middle of the road, likely in shock. A neighbor's security camera captured the entire thing on video. The incident is under active investigation, according to the NOPD, although no suspects have yet been identified. Truly a terrifying real-life event caught on tape. Number 28. Elephant seal. Need something intimidating to walk you home at night? Tweeted by Manuel Novoa, Twitter handle Authentica995. This elephant seal was captured on camera, making his way down the streets of Puerto Sines, Chile. In the middle of the night, the enormous seal powers along, using its fins and tail to propel itself across the tarmac. It travels surprisingly fast down the path, alongside a row of small houses. Male elephant seals can weigh over 8,000 pounds and grow up to 20 feet long, while females weigh some 2,200 pounds and grow to about 12 feet long. With help from the Navy, the Carabineros, and some 60 residents, the seal was captured and moved to its natural habitat, but not before traveling nearly 10 city blocks. Number 27. Molten steel. We've all played The Floor is Hot Lava. In this video, it's not a game. Posted to the r/oddly terrifying subreddit by Humble Taylor 49. This scary video footage shows sparks flying as a fire overwhelms this factory and molten steel overflows, while sirens blare all around. Although this looks serious, the workers don't appear too worried about it. They walk calmly away as the steel bursts forth across the floor, nearly reaching them. The cameraman at least seems worried as he backs away further into the factory. Even there, the sparks enter, blasting all over the floor. Around a corner, a bicycle is seen aflame. One Redditor, Aimbot Bob, says he works in a steel foundry, and this happens probably once a month when the stopper rod isn't sealed properly, although he adds it isn't normally this severe. So maybe molten steel overflowing through an entire factory isn't so unusual? Maybe. But to us laymen, it looks daunting. Number 26, paragliding mishap. Paragliding comes with many risks, and this instructor can tell you that firsthand. Posted on Twitter by GaiaCan FMCL, the instructor was preparing a colleague's flight when he faced the worst case scenario. He did not release the equipment in time. This is what happened. Captured in Puente Alto, Chile, the video shows the instructor being lifted into the air, where he spent several minutes hanging on for dear life while flying high above the ground. The paragliders were both wearing protective gear, while the instructor is not hooked or harnessed in. Thankfully, the main paraglider was able to maneuver the group safely to a nearby hill and drop down without any further damage, except maybe a newfound fear of heights. Number 25, night patrol. These police were patrolling a graveyard at night, expecting to apprehend the living. Instead, they met the living dead. Published by Kitten City in December of 2021, a pair of officers are seen walking along a path in the middle of the graveyard, tombstones on either side of them. They then hear this horrifying howl. The male officer leaves his partner in the dust as they both hurry off. Did they just wake up a demon? Or is something horrible happening deep beyond the grave? Either way, I can't say I've seen police run away this quickly before. Number 24, mysterious visitor. Imagine glancing at the security camera footage outside your home and catching this. Published by Blah Blah in December of 2021, this scary video is trending in the Arabic-speaking YouTube community. It was apparently posted on Instagram originally. Captured around midnight in August of 2021, security footage shows a few cars parked outside in a wooded area. The freaky part is the gangly figure contorting itself in the driveway. The figure walks backward and then forward very strangely, its back hunched over and long limbs swinging. The bony figure then flips his hair back and walks toward the camera, arms outstretched. He then turns around looking up toward the sky. It's not clear what he sees there. Maybe he's waiting. Is this a particularly gaunt human having a laugh? Or is this something extra, waiting for the mothership? Number 23, waterfall. These two are having the time of their lives, but not everyone has come to the party. Posted on TikTok by Vina Saputri2. This scary video shows a pair having a grand old time swimming by a waterfall, but as the camera swings around, a creepy figure is seen sulking in the background. The mysterious figure lurks nearly out of sight, along the rocks behind some overhanging brush. It looks like a young girl with dark hair wearing white. Why is it watching them? Is this about to crash their party? She certainly doesn't throw off any party vibes. More creepy stalker vibes in my opinion. Number 22, sewer monster. There's more than evil clowns lurking in our city's storm drains. Published by Night Owl 2007 in October of 2010, these students were exploring the LA sewers when they encountered a sewer monster in the flesh. Arriving at the storm drain at night, The crew climbs down into the tunnel. Their voices echo deep into the sewer, providing an eerie ambiance.
There's a cobweb right there, you see it?
Yes.
Let's see these echoes. Dude, Jesus. I forgot how scary it was down here. I'm not pointing down the tunnel. Dude, you're sliding down the tunnel. Wow, that's cannot see how far down it goes. I do not want to get raped.
After creeping further into the tunnel, they hear this unnerving growl.
Did you hear that? I for real just heard something.
They decide to crack some glow sticks and throw them ahead into the darkness, but they aren't quite bright enough to see anything. As they prepare a couple more to light the way, one of the crew stands up, and that's when you see this creepy figure behind him. A pale, mask-like face peers over the guy's shoulder.
I don't think you're throwing out enough light here. Really? What the f?
Prompting the cameraman to turn tail and race out of there, leaving his friend to fend for himself alongside Pennywise's more terrifying cousin. Now, he may seem like a bad friend, but let's be real, wouldn't you do the same? Number 21, Snake on a Plane. This AirAsia flight had one more passenger on board than expected. Tweeted by Girl Pilot, she writes that this was either an escaped pet from passenger carry-on/luggage, or possibly climbed its way into the aircraft from the ground. The video shows a snake making its way in the overhead, clearly visible via the airplane's lighting. The snake doesn't move much, but you can see its head tilt slightly, as though listening to the flight attendant's announcement, which comes over the intercom.
Common practice of physical distancing. Exit your accident to open your tray tables ahead of time for us to segregate your orders and other purchases.
Hannah writes, this dude happily stayed inside the illuminated area till the plane was diverted. I'm sure the passengers were grateful for that. Number 20, Missing Girl Found. 2 years ago, 4-year-old Paisley Schultz of New York went missing. On February 15th of 2022, police received a tip about her potential location south of Albany. Published by ABC7NY in February of 2022, this shocking video captures the hidden room in which the girl was kept captive.
Police finding a girl missing since 2019, alive and hidden in a home. Authorities say they found Paisley Schultz in a secret room under a staircase in Saugerties.
Police went to the home of Paisley's non-custodial parents, who were previously suspected of abducting her. Authorities had been tipped off before, but they were told by the residents that the girl wasn't there and were given limited access to the property. But this time was different. This time they found her. After searching for an hour, they noticed something odd about the staircase. Flashing a light there, they saw a blanket between the steps and then a pair of small feet. The young girl had been hidden in a small, cold, makeshift room under the stairs. After determining that Paisley was in good health, she was returned to her legal guardian, and 3 suspects were taken into custody and charged. At least this scary video has a happy ending.
Been charged with custodial interference and child endangerment. She is going to be held in jail because she had another outstanding warrant. As for the father, Kurt, and his father, they are both charged with the same exact charges.
Number 19, Creepy Creature. Mythical creatures are said to rule these forests. Did this cameraman catch one of them, or did he almost get caught? Published by SEOOOSST in June of 2021. The footage shows the cameraman making his way through some brambles and overgrowth in the woods. As the camera pulls up alongside a large pile of them, a mysterious dogman-like face appears over top of the pile. The hairy brown face doesn't look human, nor does it look quite animal. Its eyes glow as it moves jarringly out of view when the camera lands on it, making a gruff growling noise. Some in the comments are calling this mysterious beast a cryptid. What do you think it is? I just know I'll be staying out of that forest. Number 18. Veiled figure. The unliving appears in this live stream. Posted to TikTok by Luckman NJ. A pair of guys are speaking to the camera when behind them something mysterious photobombs their live stream. The robed figure over the young man's shoulder sports a dark face and a head covering. The boy moves in front of it for a moment, blocking the mysterious being from view. He then moves forward again and the figure has vanished. What is this thing? It almost looks like a statue of the Virgin Mary. But then again, where did it disappear to? I guess we're left with more questions than answers for this video. Number 17. Woman in the window. Would you rather see a ghost reflected or see one solidly in front of you? Posted on TikTok by RickyLie27. Ricky is wandering through what looks like a massage parlor when something unexpected appears over his shoulder. The TikToker is talking to the camera as he guides viewers through and doesn't even seem to notice this creepy figure that appears in the window behind him. A woman with long dark hair dressed in white lurks there. It's not clear if the woman is standing outside beyond the window or if this is a reflection of the woman standing inside. I kind of hope it's the former, because if not, she could be right over your shoulder. Number 16. Tesla ghost. Are there ghosts all around us? That's what Tesla's tracker technology has me thinking. Posted to TikTok by Piero1519. This Tesla owner entered a cemetery where his vehicle's technology detected life or non-life nearby. A figure can be seen appearing digitally on the car's screen, clearly ahead into the far right of the car.
And look at this. And nobody's there. At the cemetery. Wow. Wow.
So it shows it like a...
Flashing his camera to the location indicated, Piero shows that there's no one there at all. All that's there are a couple of gravestones in an otherwise empty graveyard. Some in the comments are saying that the Tesla assumes the tombstone is a person, since it doesn't have a tombstone detection feature. But wouldn't the Tesla then detect people in anything human-shaped that its technology hasn't been taught to identify? That would just be weird. TikToker Namaste says, ghost detection is an added feature of Tesla, but Leah Jordan takes a turn writing, it's all fun and games till it gets in the car with you. Let's hope that ghostly terror remained in its eternal bed. Number 15. Cave encounter. Dark, damp caves bring only danger to wanderers. And here's another proof, published by Solo Paranormal in January of 2022 and credited to Victor Perez. This encounter is super creepy, although we don't have context for this video. From what I gather, the cameraman is navigating through a cave system in a vehicle. There appears to be an opening overhead off to the left, followed by another section of the cave. But what is that to the corner on the left? Something appears inside the cave in the darkness, a strange sliver of light. It appears only for a moment and then vanishes. What is this light in the darkness? I guess exploring that cave is the only way to find out. Number 14. Ghost in the road. Think you're seeing things when driving in the darkness of night? Your imagination hasn't run wild. You're not just tired. Something is in the middle of the road. Published by Yogesh Baba in January of 2017. This driver was making his bumpy way down a dirt road at night, rounding corner after corner, when he came upon a sinister figure. The drive itself is spooky, with trees all around and what looks like a roadside tombstone at one point in the journey. As the driver continues, you can see a small pale figure in the middle of the road from a distance. The driver approaches, slowing down more and more. That's when the hooded figure rises, moving out of the way without showing its face. While most in the comments doubt that this is a ghost, they're still wondering why a man is squatting at night in the middle of the road. None of this is normal. Number 13. Spirited spirit. Keep a close eye on your pint. This spirit will take a whack at it. Published by the Daily Mail in February of 2022, a 300-year-old haunted pub in England serves up both spirits and spirits. Located in Bedfordshire, the White Swan Inn saw one of its resident ghosts acting up one evening. The pub's general manager, Natasha Magnan, told the Daily Mail that the cellar of the pub was once used as a lockup for prisoners. Many of the staff and customers have experienced paranormal activity there, including spooky sightings and feelings of being watched, and this particular instance of paranormal activity was captured on CCTV. This footage shows a group of folks sitting around a table in the pub. A full pint sits at the edge of the table. As the group chats, something fuzzy appears on the glass. Magnan thinks it looks like a hand-shaped shadow, with nothing clearly visible to disturb it. Suddenly, the pint tumbles forward toward the man drinking it, falling right off the table.
See the hand?
Yeah.
See that?
Is this the work of one of the many mischievous spirits inside this pub, or was this glass sitting a bit too close to the edge? Given the history of this place, I don't think a paranormal explanation is too far-fetched. Number 12. Ghost trip. Have you ever seen something that actually wasn't there? What if you found out later that what you were seeing was real? Published by Wawa in January of 2022. She says she got home, had partaken in some herbs, and later that night took these videos. This is what she captured. In one video, a shadow peers out from behind a door in the hallway. It looks like a face peeking around from the upper corner. She writes that she was snapping videos to her friends and eventually looked up and caught this head from behind a door in her closet. Thinking she was just tripping, she filmed 2 more videos. When she watched the videos back in the morning, sober, she was even more disturbed by what she captured. The clearer video truly does look like a head peeking out from the doorway, but several photos show there's nothing there or behind the door that would cast that shadow or poke out in any way. Obviously, this was not a hallucination, but what could it be? Number 11. Stranger in house. Is this a ghost, or is there a stranger in the house? Published by Lisa Whitham Ghost in March of 2017, this scary security footage was caught on a Nest Cam. The security footage shows a quiet, empty living room. Shortly into the video, a mysterious dark head peeks out from a doorway in the hall. It remains for an unnaturally long amount of time, before pulling back slightly. Then the full body emerges from the room. The figure moves very slowly down the hall, vanishing assumedly into another room to the left. Some are saying it looks like grandma or a stranger has entered this person's home. Others think it doesn't look human and are leaning towards a ghostly explanation. What do you think it is? I definitely agree, this doesn't look human to me. Number 10. What's behind the tree? This pair of videos is double spooky. These clips, published by T-Razor88 in August of 2010, purport to show a demon in the woods. Some friends were exploring the forest at night, attempting to capture paranormal orbs on camera. But what they caught is even more terrifying. Look closely at the background of this photograph. Taken of Tom, something is hiding behind a tree beyond, its white hand reaching around one of the limbs, its head appears to be peeking around, one glowing eye clearly visible. The uploader thought it could be some kid trying to play a trick on them, but he says everyone in their group was accounted for, and this certainly doesn't look like a kid. Is some forest demon keeping an eye on them, or are they being hunted? Number 9. Winchester Mystery House. The historical Winchester Mystery House was basically built to be a nightmare nightmare. The Queen Anne-style Victorian mansion in San Jose, California, was the personal residence of heiress Sarah Winchester, who started building it in 1886 and didn't stop until her passing in 1922. Not having a master plan, the enormous mansion features such oddities as secret passageways, staircases to nowhere, and hidden rooms. The home is said to be haunted. Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit by Resident Science 525, the scary video may have captured one of them. The footage shows a short staircase leading up to an exit in the Winchester Mystery House. As the camera pans for a moment, a semi-transparent figure moves past the staircase. The Redditor writes that there are no windows or air vents in the hallway and no reflective surfaces. So what is this? Or should we say who? Number 8, Peekaboo Ghost. Ready for some peekaboo with a little more boo? Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit by Leo Creations. This Redditor's video was allegedly filmed at an abandoned house. The footage shows a man exiting his house at around 3 in the morning. According to a digital clock on the wall, dogs are barking outside. He zooms in on a row of houses on the opposite end of a gated area. For a moment, everything is quiet, ordinary, until it isn't.
Entonces, a ver qué pasa. Se ve todo muy tranquilo, la verdad. No se ve nada anormal. Mija, se asomó alguien. Se está asomando alguien en la escuela.
A creepy dark figure peeks out from around the corner of a white house. You can see its head vividly, peeking out before pulling back. He does this twice like he's playing an evil game of peekaboo. What is this creature? And do you want to play? Number 7, figure in the doorway. This intruder can walk through walls. Posted to the r/ghost video subreddit. A scary figure was captured on Redditor ALOOP's friend surveillance feed at around 1 in the morning. The video shows a dark and empty yard. At first, nothing appears unusual, but watch the back doorway. About 30 seconds in, a pale figure can be seen walking from left to right. You can see it outlined in the dark doorway, but if you look closely, it actually shows up seconds before, appearing semi-transparent as it walks past the exterior wall and turns into the doorway, disappearing inside the house. While some in the comments think a genuine spirit has been captured, others suggest it's a combination of a prowler and a distortion from the cheap night vision camera. Honestly though, either is terrifying. Number 6, flying orb. Could there be spirits all around us, just out of sight? Posted to the r/paranormal encounter subreddit. One Blueberry 336 asks, is this an orb? In the video, her puppy is sitting in his cage on high alert. He starts whining and lays down. Then he starts howling. Mid-howl, a light orb flies by, somehow seeming to alert the dog to its presence. The dog stops his howl and looks right at it. Some in the comments think the pup really does seem to be startled by the orb and think it could possibly be paranormal, but others think it's a puppy and a flying bug. What do you think it is? Remember, animals have a better sense of the paranormal than humans. Number 5, abandoned encounter. Whatever is hiding in this dilapidated house is about to come out swinging. Published by Japanese channel Clip Store in January of 2022, this crew finds themselves face to face with an invisible nuisance while exploring an abandoned building. As they examine one room that's falling apart, something scares the cameraman. Despite the eerie atmosphere, they continue walking through, climbing over piles of discarded objects and garbage. At one point, while weeding through the garbage, it sounds like there are footsteps overhead. Later in the darkness, the camera is set on the ground, and it seems like the crew is battling something. As they're climbing out of the space, the cameraman apparently sees something again, and they rush out of the haunted house. What did he see, and did it follow them? Whatever it is will surely make your heart race. Number 4, powerful poltergeist. Yes, poltergeists can be powerful, but this one is like its own microburst. Published by Find Ghost in August of 2021, this haunting footage was originally captured on a security camera in April of 2009, just after midnight. The footage shows an empty room with chairs stacked along one side. One chair is overturned in the middle of the room like it was flung there, and after seeing what happens next, perhaps it was, an object falls off a table, one of the stacked chairs wobbles back and forth, then all of a sudden all the chairs burst, as if flung forward simultaneously. A moment later, another invisible burst in the room sends all the objects flying momentarily into the air. In the last split second, everything flies sky high again. What is happening in this haunted room, and what will happen next? Number 3, screaming in the woods. A woman is driving in the woods at night when she hears this. Published by Bigfoot's Testimony. This poor soul caught a truly frightening encounter on camera. The footage shows a woman heading home late at night when she pauses for a moment after hearing something. She starts driving forward again, but then after stalling in the middle of the road, she hears this horrifying scream.
Oh my god, no. That.
The sound freaks her out so much, she speeds off. Many in the comments are saying lots of animals make scary noises in the wild. Some think this could be a bobcat. Others say it's obviously the ghost lady of the woods, while many are getting horror movie vibes. Perhaps those most familiar with the forest can explain. Any park rangers here? I'm sure your opinion can help us solve this mystery. Number 2, hiding behind the door. A home security camera captured what appears to be paranormal activity in this haunted home. Published by Britwheel88 in March of 2011. The footage shows a woman leaving a bedroom. She is holding a camera. I'm not sure what the context is. She then returns and is standing in the doorway with one hand on the door. Suddenly, the door jerks slightly more open, pulling toward the wall and scaring the woman out of the room. Is someone hiding on the other side of the door? Or is the paranormal playing around? Either way, I don't think something is right in this house. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, triangular flying formation. If you were awoken by vibrations, what would you think was happening? Published by YB Normal in January of 2012, a hotel guest awoke to something reverberating throughout his room in Beijing and reported hearing spine-chilling sounds. Grabbing hold of his camera, he went to the window where he spotted 3 unidentified flying objects in the sky. The dark saucers can be seen in a triangular formation in the distance, while in the background you can hear the disturbing noise that must have woken him. It's one deep, long, vibrating note, like the sound of something hovering. The camera zooms in on the saucers before the video turns off unexpectedly. The uploader says the camera stopped functioning for no reason. Are these extraterrestrials simply observing us Earthlings? Or are they trying to scare us with sleep deprivation? Looking for something creepy to watch? Or maybe your preferences lean mysterious? Why one or the other when you can have both? These 30 scary videos are seriously both creepy and mysterious.